be teaching you how to tie a Ruffles Gele. Come with me. Alright, so here we have my material. The stunning ashoke at Jumi's Innovation. Make sure you're getting ashoke from her after this tutorial. Alright, so how do we get started? Make sure you're having a 90 inches long fabric ashoke and fold it into 2/2, just like my previous tutorials. I have explained how to fold your material, how to get your particular measurements. So now I folded this material into 2. The measurement for my Ruffles Gele, because I will be doing a V-shaped Ruffles Gele, so the measurement is 45-55. So let's get started. Alright guys, for those of you who don't know what 45-55 actually means, it's a measurement used to tie a particular style of gele. Will I say like a formula device you can actually use to measure your gele to actually get started whenever you want to achieve a particular style. So I won't be explaining in this video, but if you want to know what 45-55 actually means, how to get the measurement 45-55, kindly go back to my previous tutorials to check where I explain. Thank you very much. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm gonna be picking 6 pleats. Now let's base. Okay, so this is my model and I'm going to be basing on a head, just like started. So for your V-shape base gele, definitely it's not going to be covering the 2 ears when you start. Now you have to align the first edge, which is this piece. So come closer. Okay, so make sure you base your gele very well. Sorry. Okay, so you keep going. Can you come to this side? So keep pleating your. Now we're going behind the ear. We're going behind the ear, not on top of the ear. Behind the ear. So then she folds down. So this is our first base. Our base is coming in a 2-way division. So one is coming from this end, the other is coming from this end. So that makes it cross, which is the V-shape base, also called the V-shape base. So let's go to the back and continue. Okay, so now you come to the back. So when you're at the back, you make sure you're opening up your material, and just in case our hair is not packed in a ponytail, you can actually raise our hair. Okay, so this is my back view, and so one hand of my gele is actually going to be going on top of the other one, which is the one on my right. Most times it's always the short hand, like now it is the short hand, but for other styles it might actually become the long hand. But whichever hand that is on your right hand should always go above the one that is on your left hand when you are standing at the back. So then I collect my pleats. I collect all my pleats. Collect all my pleats. Okay, so I'm gonna be crossing now. I said the shorter hand is going above the longer hand, so now we're crossing. Okay, so you can hold this one. Okay, so I can drop her hair now. So before I move forward to the front, I have to make sure this space is flat. So how do I make sure it is flat? I put it in there. Make sure I pull in very well. And then I come back to the front with my hand. Now she can drop her hand, then I'll continue with this part. I pick my pleats, same 6 pleats I started with. Make sure you're not losing any pleats. Make sure your pleats are intact. Then I base. So okay, so then now I made sure my second hand is coming from this end and it's crossing. Now note, it's crossing at the middle. The line, there's a line that divides our eyebrow going to our nose, then to our jawline. Now this line, make sure your crossing is actually centered on this line so you can give it a fitting. So then I pick my pleats firmly around this side, and my pleats are now on top of each other. Notice. Now I'm gonna twist in. Now I twisted in. Then I'm going to pin down. This is the way I pin. I pinch my fabric, then I swing in. Swing. Then I push in straight. That way my pin cannot go out, and my gele is going to be firm without tying. Now can you see? Now so what we need to do now is we want to start our ruffles, but before we start our ruffles we have to make sure this hand is actually on top. So let's keep going. So I collect my pleats. I pick 4 pleats here because I just need 4 pleats to take it through. So 4 pleats, then I gaze. Okay, now so look at it. Now I've based my okay, so I have my 4 pleats intact, then I keep going. So mind you, I won't have to take this 4 pleats all the way. I'm going to stop halfway, somewhere around here, because I'm doing the ruffles and it's going to be one-sided ruffles gele. So here also I'm going to twist in and pin on this side, close to the middle. Now this place I'm going to twist in and pin. So okay, so make sure your pinning is neatly done and is well pinned. Now look at what I have. This is the remaining fabric I have to use to make my ruffles. So how do we get started? So you can stop. Don't show my face. You're showing a face. Alright. So I'm about to start picking my ruffles. So how do I start picking my ruffles? A lot of people just see the Ruffles Gele, and you know, some people will just come and just do it like this and pin, do it like this and pin. Good afternoon. Okay, so I've seen so many Ruffles Gele, and a lot of people just take their material and just squeeze anyway and pin, and which doesn't make it come out so neatly, so neat and so fine. But in this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to pick your ruffles neatly and pin correctly. So how do we do that? So now look at my material. You can see my material is just opened. So I start from this place. I don't start from this end. I start picking my ruffles from here. So I take my material. I don't take it from the tip. I take it from here. Then I twist around about like this. Then I press together. Let's do it again. I take my material from this side, this lower part, not from here, like this. I twist. I twist anti-clockwise, and I make sure I twist like twice. Then I pick out my pin, and I pinch the edge like this. Then I swing and I push in. So it doesn't show my pin, but is firmly pinned. Now look at it. So nothing can remove it. So I'm going to repeat this till I'm done with my Ruffles Gele. So let's keep going. So I do that again. Now can you see? I keep going. Can you see? Make sure your ruffles are well placed. Now the reason I'm starting with the base first is because the base, for anything you want to do, make sure you're doing the base before the top. So if I do the top before the base, I'll have too much lagging material on this side, but once I'm done with the base, I'll have the remaining one to make for the top. So then I keep going, twist and in, twist and in. Okay, so I pinned. So that one is there. I twist again. I keep going. Keep going. Now you can see my ruffles is coming out and it's actually detailed, like it's much more neater and looking like ruffles than sometimes when you just squeeze everything together. Now I've picked 1, 2, 3, like 5 on just one spot. But when you do that, like you just pick 1, 2, 3, 3, like just roughly like that, you would not get a very nice looking ruffles. So please let me move here. So I keep going. Now you can see this side is firm. Now because the reason I made this side firm at first is because so that the weight of this one, this side can actually bear it. So this side has to be firm and it has to come like a circle like this. Do you get it? So let's keep going. I pick more ruffles like this. Same way. You twist and in. So I keep going. Make sure my twisting is firm. so I keep going. I see we're starting to have our ruffles. So let me hold here. Yeah. So before I actually do the middle parts, I have to secure this part first. So I come here, then I make my ruffles here, then I finish in the middle. So let's do that. So just a quick wrap here. Quick wrap here. Quick wrap. Okay. Now I have to pin this one to the base. Okay. So then I continue. No, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up here, here, immediately. So we're molding our Ruffles Gele to taste. Using our twist and pinning method. Okay, make sure you're using as much pin you need to use to hold them down, because if you don't pin well, they'll actually go back. Can you come to this side? I don't want it to go off. Just straight. So can go to that side. So you keep going. Keep going. Now I start twisting the middle part. Mind you, you need to be careful. So now you can see our ruffles is falling into shape. It's coming out just a little bit like this. Shape it very. You can stop. So I'm done with picking my ruffles, and so there's one more thing I need to do to ensure that my gele is sitting firm. Okay, so here we have. So there's one more thing you need to do to make it stay and not go. No matter how she dances, no matter how the person moves his or her head. Move your head, bend your head. Now you can see it can actually fall easily. Move your head very well. Shake your head. Shake your head. Your head. With time it will fall off. But how do you ensure it doesn't go off? Now come to the back. Come to the back. Now we have one part of our gele that is actually left out, and this is the part you use to make the support for your. Now come close. This is the part you actually use for the support of your Ruffles gele. All you need to do is pin it together with the protruding part at the front, which is the Ruffles design. Then also you can pin it on the side so you can actually hold it so well. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Yeah, so you're zooming. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's come back to the front and adjust. Now you can see our ruffles is coming out so nice, and I think this one is even like the design, the way this place looks like makes it more. You can what? Yeah, you sent it to me. Why she wants to do? You can stop. Okay, so just make sure you adjust the necessary parts. Make sure your ruffles is coming on this side. Then the last thing you do now is you want to shift up. You want to make sure the airline is showing. So just shift gradually and push your head forward a little. No, forward. Yeah, forward more. More. Yeah, so here we have our ruffles gele looking.
Kò sí fashion kan tójú tí a lọ irọ́ àti bùbá yẹn pẹ̀lú gèlè skóńtó ló. Gèlè odò tí ká mọ̀ wé kò dàbí kó yẹ ní. Gèlè odò tí ká mọ̀ wé kò dàbí kó yẹ ní. Èyí yẹ ẹ́ o bàbá ta ló sọ pé kò yẹ ẹ́. Àwọn dà bàbá ta ló sọ pé kò yẹ ẹ́. Ìgẹ̀gẹ̀ pa kó pa mọ́ wọn lẹ́nu. Kẹ̀kẹ́ tí kẹ̀ pa mọ́ bàbá wọn lẹ́nu. Kí gẹ̀gẹ̀ pàṣẹ kó pa mọ́ wọn lẹ́nu sẹ́. Gẹ̀gẹ̀ tí kẹ̀ pa mọ́ bàbá wọn lẹ́nu. Ọ̀rọ̀ hurunhurun inú ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ lómi gbé. Bó bá ṣojú ló ń dùn wọ́n ká gbà jígí fún wọn. Ṣé torí mi lẹ lọ gẹ́gẹ́lé? Ṣé torí mi lẹ lọ gẹ́gẹ́lé skẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀? Àbí torí wọn lẹ gẹ́gẹ́lé skẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀? Bó bá ṣe torí mi lẹ gẹ́gẹ́lé. Nínú àgẹ́ fìlà mi skóńtóló. Onígèlè yìí ẹjọ́ máa onígèlè yìí ẹjọ́ máa onígèlè yìí ẹjọ́ máa kí ló dé.